Ugh, what a warm fire. Thanks for building it, Death Eater. It's awesome. Well, guys, thanks for joining me on Halloween night. How are y'all doing?
Okay.
As usual, I'm pretty hot.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, always making puns, devil. Well, yeah, I figured I invited y'all out here tonight, and thanks for getting my Facebook invite. I thought it'd be fun if we can just hang around the campfire on Halloween like we used to do back in the... What's
your Facebook name again? I didn't get that invite. I don't think I
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
Facebook.com/.
I got one from Pirate, but I didn't think that was you.
No, that's my cousin.
That was a different party, I guess.
Nope, just my cousin.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Possible.
Glad I didn't show up to that one.
I got his invite, but I don't think we're friends on Facebook.
Oh, sorry.
But we're friends on Instagram, though, right, I believe.
Yes.
Oh,
you've seen those pictures of the bodies that I've killed.
The bodies that you've killed?
Actually, I liked last week's. That was amazing. How did you get the hand to do that? That was...
What was that hand doing?
He cut it off and put a peace sign. It was funny. Get
Practically
it?
art.
Yes.
Was.
Yes. Anyway, well, I figured we can just tell some fun horror stories or camp stories. I don't know. You know, Devil, I haven't heard from you in a while. You wanna give us a story?
I literally just talked like 3 seconds ago.
I mean, like a while ago. I haven't heard from you in a while.
You're my friend on Facebook. We talk all the time.
No, we message back and forth. But anyway, do you have any funny campfire stories you want to share with me?
Funny campfire.
Yeah.
You said you were the scariest. Let's hear it.
I never said I was the scariest, but yeah, you know, I mean, I trick people now and then, so, you know, I have the skill set.
Do you have a story or not? Don't waste my time.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, so this story dates back to 1982.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a group of men that worked at an Antarctic station, U.S. scientists. A dog was running across the ice, and there was some weird Scandinavian or Norwegian people just shooting at it.
Is it a little dog?
Yeah, it was actually like a husky, but it's kind of small. Anyway, they're shooting at this dog, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Right? This helicopter lands, the Scandinavian or Norwegian or whatever. They get out, and then they go to throw a grenade. They drop it. It blows up. One of the guys is still alive. He's got his gun. He goes to shoot the dog, hits a guy, one of the U.S. scientists in the arm instead. And then one of the other U.S. scientists, he shoots that guy. And now the Scandinavian guy's dead. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy day. So it turns out this dog is actually a fucking alien. All right. Okay.
Did you say alien?
An alien.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some kind of cross.
Yeah. So they don't know that. All right. So yeah, they take this dog. They put it in with the other dogs. Because the dog has to go in the dog pen with the other dogs, obviously. They don't want a dog just roaming around, doing dog things. Anyway, so this dog just starts eating all the other dogs. Because apparently it's not actually a dog. It's a f***ing alien, like I said. Yeah.
No way.
All right? Apparently this dog can transform into anything it wants.
Whoa.
Yeah. Pretty messed up, right?
What does it do?
Well, it takes the form of anything it wants. Because it's a fucking alien.
Is that the end of your story?
What happens? Does the dog kill anyone?
Well, you see, the people find out what it is, and they're thinking, okay, well, we got rid of it, because they kill it and they burn it with flamethrowers. But it turns out they're not sure if all of them are still human. Yeah. So that's pretty scary. You know? Yeah.
I mean, I'm scared. Were you scared? Was anyone else scared?
I also have a dog story.
Oh, my leg is asleep.
Yeah, this dirt is really hard.
It is.
Who chose this spot? Oh wait, I did. That's right. I apologize. You have a dog story.
I do have a dog story.
Let's hear your dog
And
story.
it's scarier than yours, devil.
Whoa. I want to hear this one.
So, one Halloween night, a long, long time ago, in a small Idaho town, this man named Mr. Gray was going door to door with his big white dog, selling chocolate bars to the townspeople so that they would buy them and hand them out on Halloween. So Mr. Gray and his white dog went door to door to door.
Mr. Gray and a white dog?
Mr. Gray and his white dog. Well, that Halloween night, at midnight, a little boy was found murdered from having swallowed razor blades in his candy. And everybody blamed Mr. Gray. So the townspeople went and they stormed Mr. Gray and his dog, and they dragged him out of town with their pitchforks and their fire, and they hung him from a tree. Well, a few days later, they discovered the actual killer who had put the razor blades in the candy, and it wasn't Mr. Gray. So the townspeople felt so bad that they decided to go take Mr. Gray and give him a proper burial. But that dog would not let anyone near his master. So the body just hung on the tree, and it rotted, and it stunk the whole town, and nobody could get to Mr. Gray. Well, the townspeople started to avoid that area, avoid that side of town, and then one day, it was gone. Mr. Gray was gone, the dog was gone, and people were like, it's over. It's over. But then, one by one, all the townspeople were found dead.
Oh.
With white dog hair on them.
If they're all dead, then
White dog
who found
hair.
the bodies.
Me.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
All right.
that's a good one.
That's
I like
fascinating.
That. That's a good one.
That's mine.
You know, I too have a story that involves a dog.
No. Want to hear this one? Oh, the
Yes.
better position here. There we go.
Where's the dog?
That's
Well,
why we came here.
yeah, about that.
What about that?
I lost my. I had a small puppy with me. I don't know where it
Where did you
went.
get those marshmallows, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Some guy down at the 7-Eleven was selling them.
They're kind of sketchy.
He told me they were fresh. I
I
just
don't know what would be fresh about a marshmallow. It's processed.
How is it?
Tastes like shit.
Well, you know what? That is it. That might be actually toilet paper.
Like, can't even believe that you put that in your mouth.
I apologize.
Let's hear your story.
I actually grabbed that out of the toilet. Those aren't marshmallows.
I'm defriending you as soon as I get home.
Hold on. I left
Anyways, to my story. It involves one evening and a group of teenage girls having a slumber party.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here it goes.
They were all hanging out at home, enjoying themselves, enjoying the night. Before they went to bed, they caught a broadcast of the news in which the broadcaster had warned the community of a serial killer who had broken loose from the local prison, and this frightened them. So they took caution and locked their doors and locked their windows and decided that they should call it a night and be safe with one another in the bedroom. And so they did, and they turned the lights out. They all went to bed. Later that night, one of the girls was awakened by a loud sound. And she got up, and it was dark, and she couldn't see anything. And she called for her dog, and she heard the collar, his chain collar, come towards her. And she put her hand down from the bed and called his name. And he licked her hand twice. And so she felt comfortable with that and drifted back off to sleep. The following morning, she was awakened by the scream of one of the other girls. And she opened her eyes to find the body of her dog disemboweled at the foot of her bed.
No.
And on the mirror of her dresser, in the dog's blood, were the words, "Lick, lick."
I swear I've heard this story before. Like,
That's the scariest
like last
so far.
year.
Oh, that would be scary.
At our last Halloween bash.
Scary.
I swear.
You might have.
A scary
It
story.
sounds like a pretty original story. I don't know.
And on the mirror in blood is written, "People can lick too." And it scared the crap out of me as a child, and I never wanted to have sleepovers. And I was like, oh my God, my dog's gonna get murdered. My dog can't save me.
Maybe
That was
bad.
fantastic.
That was
That
good.
was good. That was good.
Lick, lick, lick.
Oh.
Lick, lick.
You know, that reminds me of a story.
Makes me thirsty.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, you sick bastard.
Speaking of, did you bring anything to drink?
What do devils drink?
I left the cooler in my
Well,
boat. I don't.
Depends on the day, I guess. Mostly just
Oh.
the blood of small children.
Well, speaking of prisons, I actually have another story. I'm quite fond of this one.
Prisons?
Well, he said he escaped from prison.
Oh.
That wasn't your story, right? Was I? You said the guy.
There's like a
Yes.
insane asylum, actually. But it's
Okay.
fine. Go
Well,
ahead, Blackbeard. It's fine.
Very similar. It's actually one of my other cousins. It's funny. Funny story. But the story takes place in a small town. We could say Boise, Idaho. That's kind of
Alright,
fun. Yeah.
Boise.
We'll do Boise, Idaho.
Pretty small, I guess.
Yeah.
We're not huge.
200,000.
Well, this story takes place much, much further away, in a town, small town like Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
There was one day, there was a girl, we'll call her Jill. I don't remember her exact name, but Jill works for now. Jill and her boyfriend, Fred. Well, Fred had the hots for Jill, and well, as the story goes, they found themselves up at the top of Lover's Hill one night in a car. As they were getting frisky and Fred tried to make his move, there was a announcement that came on the radio. PSA saying, warning, convict escaped the local prison. Highly dangerous. Be on the lookout. Well, Fred, trying to get his game on, told Jill, don't worry about it. I'll just lock the doors and we'll be safe. I'm sure it's far enough away, he won't even get to us. So Fred convinces Jill to stay in the car and hopefully, make some magic that night. But Jill persists, and as the night goes on, Jill says, no, I want to get out of here. I don't feel safe. So Fred, in a panic, grabs the keys and starts the car, and he says, fine, we're going home, and he drives off. And as they get home, Fred's a little upset because obviously he didn't get what he wanted, right? So he looks at Jill and says, get out, have a good night. He's a little pissed. I would be too, but hey. Anyway, as Jill goes to exit the car, she looks back and screams, bloody murder. And she looks down and Fred says, what? What is it? What is it? And she looks down, and on the car was a hand, a bloody hand, with an inmate tattoo. It had been ripped from his body. They were that close to death. Oh,
That's pretty cool.
yes.
I can picture every moment.
So did he die then?
He got his hand ripped off.
That sounds like a terrible, terrible end.
Cut in the door.
I think he should have just killed him. That'd have been better.
Well, he was trying, but he took off too fast.
Yeah,
Yes.
must not been that good
Yes.
a killer, I
Was
guess.
very lucky, was he?
Yeah.
Anyway, an old shipmate told me that one day.
Yeah, an old shipmate
An old shipmate, yeah. he's
hanging
dead
out on
now.
the cliff.
I made him walk the plank, but he's
Watching
dead
that.
now, yeah. He heard it from another friend, I don't know.
Frisky friends.
Yeah.
Jill.
But anyway, that's one of my stories. It's pretty-
Old jelly bean.
Yes. However, this fire's a little low. We should probably stoke it. Here we go. So that's this to the. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, that's hot. Holy shit.
You gotta be careful, man.
Oh, I
You
know.
don't have the skin that I do.
Yeah. What am I doing? You should be putting the fire.
Yeah,
Well, all this speaking has got me thirsty. I wish we did bring some drinks. My bad.
Me too.
more
that is
stories,
your
yes?
fault. You are the one that would have all the rum.
It's all on my boat.
Clearly.
There's a movie
Just gonna point that out.
that everyone makes. They keep referencing. I actually have no rum on my boat.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you carry?
Well, ever
What's
since.
your cargo?
What's that?
What is your cargo then?
My cargo?
Yeah. It's,
Actually, well, I've had to, because of the economy, I now just actually carry baby diapers. Yeah.
that's a little too responsible
I know.
for me.
I actually
to keep them black
transport Pampers back and forth.
Pampers.
Yes.
Baby wipes.
It's not the
Fantastic.
greatest job, but I have a cool-looking pirate ship though. The
Yeah.
ladies think it's cool.
Have you run into those Somalia pirates?
Uh,
Have they tried to get aboard your boat?
well, if it wasn't an online boat, maybe. I play a lot of video games actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to audition for that movie with the pirate and the swords and everything.
Pilot?
No. It's with his name was Sparrow something. I can't remember.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
pirates. I tried to do I was trying to be a an extra on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I could see that.
Yes.
I don't know how you didn't get that.
I don't know either. I have a beard and everything.
Don't know what you did wrong.
Look at this hat. My grandfather gave it to me. I don't
I
understand.
don't see too many pirates with sleeve tats, though. Maybe that's what did you in. I don't know.
Actually, that was the bonus. The downside was I was just too tall for the part.
Ah, yes.
You have to be a little extra.
That's what you need to be.
What?
Yes. What?
I wasn't never good with money. I don't.
No, I just
really-
meant movie stars.
really
I don't
bad.
know. That got weird. Anyway.
Anyway, let's. Does anyone have any more stories they want to tell?
Yeah, I think our old clown friend over here did.
Clowns.
Me?
Yeah.
Why you looked at me?
Yeah.
You seem to have some good stories.
Oh, let's see.
Tell the one about the boys in the cemetery.
Once
That's.
there were these two boys,
Here we go.
and they wanted to play a Halloween prank. So they went, and they got right at midnight on Halloween, and it was a foggy evening. It had been raining all day, and they climbed these trees that were on either side of this path, and they had this fishing line between them, and it strung across the path. And their trick was that as people walked by, they would pull the line tight
Oh, yes.
and knock off the hat.
That's pretty clever.
So the little boys, they were all ready for their Halloween prank. And old Mrs. Myers comes by, and she has her hat on, and the boys pull the thing, her hat goes off, she screams, ah! Runs off.
Good reenactment there. That's good.
Yeah.
Could never get that high.
Then a few more people, they knock a baseball cap off, knock a top hat off. But about 3 o'clock in the morning, they're all still hopped up on sugar.
Of course.
Sugar.
This shadowy figure starts coming, and they say, okay, this will be our last one. This will be the best one. Pull hard. So right as the shadowy figure enters into their prank, they pull the line,
Oh.
and the head goes rolling off.
Oh no.
And blood goes everywhere. And it's a
So.
gowly, goosely, terrible head.
Ghostly.
Goosely. Very goose-like.
Ghoulish. Ghoulish.
Goose in Persian means fart, apparently, too. So.
Ghoulish.
Gruesome.
Gruesome and ghoulish.
Goosely, goosely. Goosely, goosely. Anyway,
I'm gonna use
Are
that
you
one
scared?
on
is
the
that
ship
the
next
end of
time.
your story?
They decapitated him.
All right, that's fascinating.
Oh.
Well,
At least I'm scary.
I have another story.
You're
are
the
a
devil.
scary
You're not
clown.
even scary.
Hey,
It's a scary
I'm
clown.
plenty scary. Just wait until you go to hell. You'll see. Anyway, so
Do you tell people that a lot?
yeah,
by the way?
it works.
When they piss you off, you're like, go to hell. They're like, what? You're like, I live there. It's not that great.
No, I don't really say that. I just wait for them to make a bad choice and sell their soul to me, and then it happens.
What's the most someone sold their soul for?
The most?
Yeah. What does someone want in return for whatever you were
Was it
selling?
Miley Cyrus?
Actually, now that you mention it, Miley Cyrus really wanted to twerk, and that's what I gave her. She
The
couldn't do
ability
it.
to twerk?
She couldn't do it.
But
know
you
what?
still keep her soul?
But after I gave her all she needed,
You should have given her some singing skills or something.
you only get one request. 'Cause I'm not a genie. You don't get 3 wishes, okay?
See, I would have got a real boat. That would be mine.
Yeah, it's
We should talk after camping. I should.
Yeah,
I need
we
to-
can work something.
I need
out
to
for
work
you.
something out with you.
Anyway, so I have
I'll
another
Skype
story.
you.
He doesn't have a soul.
Well, he doesn't need one. He's a Death Eater. He eats death. Kind of a silly question is that. Were you even asking a question? I don't know. Well, my story goes. There was
That was funny.
there
Oh, good
once
times.
was an
I
instructor.
love you guys.
An instructor named Nathan Snyder.
Oh, I
Oh! He taught university television at this little old campus named Boise State.
Oh, that's scary.
One day, he'd heard that there was a slip and slide shoot, and he was awaiting the outcome to see what would happen. It turned out one of the cameras was not giving audio, and That audio
The
became.
horror.
Yeah, the audio actually did become completely useless,
Oh,
except for the last 7 minutes of the hour-and-a-half video.
oh no. Oh dear.
So, in his revenge, he decided to murder and skin the people, or mostly just the producers of this project.
Oh.
Yeah, they're dead now. He put their heads on a spike in his front yard, just as a warning.
And as a prop, correct?
Well, maybe later, but
I see.
the skulls might still be there.
Be a good prop.
He basically just did it as a warning to all those who never do acid takes. He told them this is what'll happen. Actually, it's more like this. This is what'll happen, you guys. That's what his voice sounds like.
That was terrifying.
It's pretty scary. He's Mr. Hanky.
Now I will come for you.
Yeah. About that.
How did it
Like I
go
said,
over?
sketchy. Okay.
It's
So-
getting really dark in here.
It's getting pretty smoky out here.
Yeah.
So,
I think we should leave.
Okay.
It is getting cold.
Go
All
get
right.
some diapers from your
Scared.
boat now.
Well,
I,
it's,
I literally shit myself when
Yes.
that voice came on.
Well, guys, well, thanks for joining me on this Halloween evening. It's been such a swell time telling stories. I always enjoy the stories you tell. Well, anyone have any last words before we leave?
Yeah, see you guys in hell. Yeah.
Well, I saw that one.
Not
you.
me.
a mile away.
Not me.
Sorry. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
sorry.
that one.
It's okay.
Well, if we don't have anything else, I have an instance to get back to. So,
You have a what?
an instance. I actually play a lot of WoW, and that's where my pirate ship is.
I think I'll be coming for your soul soon.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
I think that's
What?
I think that's well due.
No.
Anyway.
I.
All right. Well.
Okay. Well, anyway, enough about me personally. Yeah, it's all good. Well, yeah.
See you guys
You
around.
guys-
I guess.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Burn
Well,
alive.
I'll see you soon.
oh, shh. I see.